Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Since it's been a while, I figured we were well overdue for a bit of a life update. We've had so much going on and I've got a lot to catch you guys up on. We are still working our jobs here at the resort and absolutely loving it. Temperatures have been insanely cold. The Texan in me, it's just been such an adventure. I've been learning to snowboard. That has been so much fun. I'm finally starting to get the hang of it. Other than snowboarding in our free time, we've basically just been really busy at work and we've had a lot going on behind the scenes as well. Shortly after New Year's, we had a little bit of a health scare with Haley. She had a retinal detachment and suddenly went blind. We ended up having to take a trip down to Salt Lake City to see an animal optometrist. We were able to get her on some medication and get started on some treatment, and we are so grateful to say that over the course of the month she has gotten her full eyesight back, and we're so happy to see her acting like herself again. It was really hard for Josh and I to watch Haley go through that. She is our first baby and we just love her so much. We're slowly kind of settling back into the swing of things, and I've just been feeling like I need to pick up the camera recently. And then with me being me, I also decided, you know, it would be a great time to take on another massive life change and project. So let's just address the elephant in the room. The beautiful camper that I'm sitting in. If any of you guys are new here and aren't aware of our job situation, Josh and I are on-site property managers, or the innkeepers, here at Teton Peaks Resort in Idaho. When we got the job promotion, we also got the innkeeper housing arrangement, which has been so amazing through the winter and to help us settle into our new roles here and kind of just settle into our new life here in Idaho now that we're more permanent and not necessarily traveling in the van. It's also our first time out of the van in a really long time, and the adjustment was just really overwhelming. And then we just had the holidays, the puppy, so many things on top of it. So I guess the general theme over the past few months is I've just been feeling overwhelmed. Since the new year, I've just really been focusing on self-care and enjoying the apartment and the slowness of the season. But now that we're gearing back up towards spring, Josh and I were just thinking a little bit more about what we wanted for ourselves long term. The employee housing situation, while it was an absolute blessing for the season, isn't the most ideal for us. What we're looking for long term, we want to be able to have some place to call our own, some place to call home. And living and working at the same place, it can honestly be a little bit hard to kind of create healthy work-life balance. So I think the separation will just kind of help me compartmentalize my life a little bit more and just find even more enjoyment in my job. Josh and I have really found a passion for hospitality, and we absolutely love what we do, and we really do imagine ourselves here for quite some time. So we just wanted to make that the most comfortable for ourselves as possible. Sorry if I'm rambling, I just feel like it's been for freaking ever and I just had word vomiting all of my life updates at you. But anyways, the past couple of weeks we've been looking at campers on Facebook Marketplace, and yesterday we bought one. So I thought now would be a really good time to update you because we're about to get into some renovations. It's going to be really fun, and I'm just really excited for this next chapter and for us to have a little bit more of a bigger stationary home for the first time. Josh and I were renters prior to van life, and now between us and the two dogs, the van just isn't the most comfortable, permanent, long-term solution for us at this point. That being said, we will not be parting with our van. We love our van for adventures, and we are considering maybe renting the van out while we're here since we're in such a great area to explore with the van. So I'll keep you updated on that if any of you are ever interested in exploring the Tetons in our van. I will let you know if if and when we rent that out, and I'll give you links, details, all that stuff. Anyways, as we move into spring and summer, there's going to be a lot more going on at the resort here, and we are hoping to kind of be settled in the camper by the time busy season rolls in. So I just kind of wanted to come out here, give you guys a little bit of an update, show you around. Josh is just in town picking up some paint because I am the most impatient person ever, and work on the trailer starts today. I already have a mood board put together. I bought tile and hardwood floors already yesterday. We were able to take the measurements, and today I'm hoping to rip the floors out and start on some painting. So I think you guys are all up to date at this point, and the cat's out of the bag. So now I can give you a quick little tour around before we get to work. So we've got our front door here. This is going to be our bed area. These two couches actually do convert, but we're planning on making this just like a fixed king size, we're so excited, bed, because Bear, when she sleeps, takes up so much space. I also can't even put into words how excited I am about how many windows we're gonna have in this trailer. Like the natural light in here, it just makes me so happy. My sunlight alarm this winter has been my saving grace, and these windows are gonna be amazing. None of our vans really had a ton of windows or natural light, so I'm just so freaking excited. So next up is our little kitchen. It's honestly so cute, and we're definitely used to a kitchen this size. I love all the beautiful handles that are still on here. I believe these are all original. I am not in love with this teal color, so that will definitely be on its way first. This will be my first time having an oven, which I'm really psyched on. Cutie little sink. I think we might refinish these countertops. We're painting all of this. This trailer is in really good condition, so we're trying to keep this renovation as low budget as possible. So we're saving what we can, working with what we can, but we do also want it to feel like home and like us, because we're most likely going to be in the camper for a while. If we do ever leave here, we're hoping to buy land at some point. So this will just kind of be our home base there as well. But we had this really cool idea. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this tile. I truly can't decide. It's honestly in pretty decent shape for this camper being from the 70s. But we also thought it might be cool to kind of make some subway tiles out of plywood that would look really unique and interesting and be pretty low budget, because most of our budget for the trailer renovation is going to go right here. So these are like 2 beds. The plan is to make this one a couch and rip this one out. I've ordered some beautiful tiles, and we're hoping to tile this corner and do a wood burning stove. The winters here are pretty brutal, so we think this is going to be a really good option for helping us stay warm. I need to get a heater going in here this afternoon before I start working so that the paint can dry properly. And full length mirror. You guys, Josh and I have a full bathroom. So everything in here does work, but the shower definitely does need some love. This is that same tile from the kitchen. I definitely think if we ever redo this, it's going to be a much later down the line project. Sink and vanity, tiny toilet, and honestly a really decent amount of storage space. Not really sure how useful it is to have a giant window in the bathroom. Okay, so that's the tour. This is definitely going to be an overtime as we have time project. We have a little break during our workday every day for 3 hours in the afternoon, so we're thinking that'll be kind of our project time on the trailer every day, and we'll just get done what we get done. To be honest, other than like cosmetic changes, there isn't a ton. So I'm hoping, other than the installation of the wood burning stove, which will probably be later towards the summer, we're wanting to do an air conditioner install first for the summer season. So we're just going to be tackling these projects as we can, and we'll most likely be moved in before it's 100% complete as far as the stove and like appliance installation goes. But I'm just so excited. It's gonna look so nice. It'll be so like subtle and cozy. So I can turn my mind off in the sky. I'm in love with what you look like from the side. Hit me with that look in your eyes. I will. I've just been out here as often as I can throughout the week working on painting, but I made some really good progress and I love the color that we went with. I really liked the idea that she had with the blue contrasted on this part of the cabinet, but this color is just much more soft and it's kind of giving like cozy cottage vibes, which I'm loving. So I'm just gonna continue working on the painting in this area while Josh works on demo back here. We're also kind of in the middle of a huge snowstorm, so to be honest, it's been a struggle to get us to come out here. Hi! Ready to get started? Yeah. First full day! Woo! The old buyers still had the piece for the fridge and it's in honestly really good condition, so we just went ahead and popped it back on. I love this color and this is like an OG Dometic.
Cause we're going to the moon. I think it's time to take a ride. We're gonna travel across the Milky Way, unafraid in outer space, holding on to the good I feel today. There's no gravity now to hold us down. We'll buckle up, settle in, hold on tight now. Cause we're going to the moon.
Ew. So happy to see that go. Good morning, guys. I ran out of my eyebrow pencil today. We are expecting another snowstorm and I am so tired of painting. We've actually made a lot of progress. I drastically underestimated the amount of painting that we needed to do from the start, but that's just like classic DIY Josh and Tori build. Everything takes about 3 times longer than I expected it to. So my goal for today is to completely wrap up the painting. That way we can move on to the flooring install this week. We ended up making the trip over to Idaho Falls to the Home Depot to pick up our flooring, and I can't wait to show you guys what I picked out. Hopefully we got everything we needed from Home Depot because it is an hour drive both ways, so we're trying to make as few trips there as possible. And I'll give you like a final weekly progress update when we're done today. So it's definitely been a few days since I gave you an update, but that's just kind of how things have been rolling around here lately. Things get done when they get done, and we've actually made a ton of progress, but we've just kind of been working at different times. So the capturing of said progress has been a little lax, but let me fill you in. So at this point, we're kind of wrapping up the first part of the renovation, or like the build phase. So we've gotten the flooring complete, all of the painting complete, and Josh did an absolutely beautiful job tiling and putting together the space for our wood burning stove to go in. So I've just been out here finishing up some paint touch-ups and working on cleaning up a little bit as we move into the next portion of this little process, which for us is going to be moving in. We still have quite a few projects to kind of wrap up, tie the bow on, but we're kind of just going to continue to work on them over time now that we've gotten it livable. It feels like a good time with spring and like summer season kind of gearing up here at work to just kind of get settled. That way we can hit the ground running this summer. So I've just been tidying up a little bit. As far as things we still need to complete go, we do have a couple of areas that we found some water leaks that we need to touch up and make sure that there's not any severe damage. They're mostly just around the edges of the windows, so I think most likely we're going to be fine with just a little bit of TLC. And the other major renovation that we'll still be tackling is doing the kitchen tiling, but we're going to save that for in a few weeks. We've got a vacation coming up, and we're kind of trying to be in the trailer before we leave. This is where I mentioned we're seeing those leaks, so we've got a can here and a towel here to catch the water until everything dries up enough that we can do the caulking. With all the snow melting, we're getting like a ton of water runoff off the roof. So I'm honestly just trying to look at this as a good opportunity to find any leaks that we missed and get them all sealed up so we don't see any severe water damage down the line. So I've just been sweeping up. We've got our floors in. They definitely need cleaned with the snow, mud, all the stuff from doing the tiling. It's a mess in here, so don't mind that. But we also went ahead and got this beautiful wooden shelf in. So we've got that in and stained. Josh got the outlets switched out. The old ones were brown and really outdated, and I'd like them all to be nice and white. So we've got a couple of more of those to do. And I'm still just like completely in shock how absolutely gorgeous this turned out. So under here will be our wood storage, and our stove will be mounted here. We wanted to leave a very safe perimeter for any embers that may pop out of the stove just for safety. And we tiled up the wall to make sure that we can mount the stove a little bit closer to the wall and have it be heat protected because we're working with a small space. There is a gap here from where we cut out the old cabinet, but we're thinking with the wood burning stove going here that we can probably just make the pipe go somewhere in that region to take care of that problem. And then we ended up finishing this cabinet back off, and honestly you would never know that this went all the way across. And this used to be a bed. So we've got the bench figured out here. I'm thinking like a plant in my cowboy boots right there, or just like a spot to put your coffee mug while you're sitting. I'm not the most patient person ever, so I did hang up our shower curtain already because I didn't want to look at this anymore. I did actually get the tub pretty clean. I want to bleach it one more time, but this is kind of a nice way to make the bathroom look a little more finished off, since we aren't really planning on retiling the shower anytime soon. The next couple of weeks are definitely going to be a little chaotic. The ground is thawing out, so projects are really ramping up here at work. This project has just been in full force, and we have a trip coming up in like 10 days. So it's definitely crunch time. I have a couple more snowboarding videos that I'm gonna edit and get up for you in the next couple of days. I think I'm gonna do a couple in 1 week because I've got some footage saved up that I would like to get out to you. After that, I'll be bringing you guys along as we move in. The last couple of times we've moved have been really rushed and chaotic, and that kind of leads to just like a disorganized space, or that's what I found for us anyway. So I want to be really intentional as I move items in here with where I put them and how I organize everything, because I used to be kind of a messy person, but the older I've gotten, the more and more that makes me anxious. And I've just been really stressed out lately, so I'm thinking having like a really clean, organized new space is gonna help a lot. So just thought I would give you guys the final update for the week. I'm so excited to be working on this project, and this space is already feeling so homey, and we're both just so excited. I know it's still a tiny home, but it's the biggest home we've ever owned, and we put a lot of love and care in tailoring this space to be perfect for our needs for this season of our life. We've landed in such a cool and unique job opportunity and such a beautiful location, and we're really excited to make the most of it this way. So throughout the summer, we'll be installing the wood-burning stove and the air conditioner at some point. We're kind of just making those bigger purchases like kind of paycheck by paycheck, so we're not killing our savings too much, because we've been making some really good financial progress here, and that's been a really refreshing change since being off the road, is just having some more financial stability. So I'm trying to just lean into that, trying to be a budget girly, that kind of thing. But if you know me, you know this next portion of the project is my favorite part. Josh is definitely more the build savvy guy. I'm really excited to decorate, make it cozy. I think I will stop rambling for the week here, and I'll see you for move-in day. Luckily, we're only moving across the parking lot, but it is quite a bit of a walk over here, so should be a fun time.